interstate like this, only with a time stopping.
That's miserable.
And then around that area, it started thinning out. So I hit the curb stand. And that's when I hit the western slopes of the Sierra Nevada and the green, yellow, glowing, grassy knobs, green colored trees along the hillsides. Kept getting bigger and bigger though, man. Hit a point there where I was going up and up and up and up. It was pretty like a back door to 395, man. It was like pretty steep. I think I may have, I know I took a picture of the trail, but it was really steep there also. Yeah, I was definitely talking to you then, because that's when you was telling me about like,
campground.
Yeah, campground stuff, man. It's coming up on us fast.
What's that?
Coming up on the fast.
Cut off there on the left. Keep it smooth. That's nice. Nothing wrong with this drive on the interstate.
Nope. So we leave off the.
So we're 30 miles from Eugene, 37 from Portland, and we're going past both of those into southern Washington. Or you can pretty much close your eyes, throw a dart in Oregon, and as long as it didn't land in the heart of one of the bigger cities, you'd probably be pretty happy to spend the week there.
Damn, it is a long haul. We still got like 6 hours.
Nah, surely not.
No, wait, 5 hours.
No, 5? No, surely not. That be right? Maybe it is, but dang. 5 hours at 60 miles an hour, but dang.
What they come up to? 550, 300, isn't it?
Yeah. We still 300 miles away?
250.
This is long nice. Wow. This is the shorter of the two routes I had in mind. It's a little over ambitious there on some of that.
Well, again, the interstate is still scenic.
Yeah. No complaints.
Yeah, it's again, I think I just said it was national park worthy in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So left off where Dave was telling them they could be vaporized, no eyes,
Oh yeah.
no teeth,
Yeah. So
no hair, no skin.
So yeah, he's trying to give him warning. And the last thing, the head of the USGS came in and he said, "It's irresponsible to talk to people that way. I've never seen anything, like what you've done here." Anyway, he says, "People, don't worry. There is absolutely no proof. We have no proof that there's going to be a major eruption."
Who was saying that?
The head of the USGS. And he said, "Is there, David?" Something like that. David was
As if to say, you will say no, there's not going to be.
And then he said, "No, Lloyd, not yet there isn't." That was his response. So then,
So wait a minute, that should be is that going to be something you're going to try to find out about?
yeah, I mean, hopefully, it's going to be a touchy subject.
Was the head of the USGS outright saying that, we don't want to say that anything's going to happen here?
Exactly. I mean, we'll be lucky to find somebody who really knows enough about it to talk about it.
You're kidding, right here?
Well, based on what we saw at some of these other places we've been by, but I don't know, they're still actively studying it, so hopefully it won't be in as much trouble. But it's a sensitive subject. I mean, you're talking about public relations, USGS, all this stuff. And I don't know how much of that movie was sensationalized or not, but I find it hard to believe that they can get away with telling the Mount St. Helens story.
We should do that, man. We should do like a video show of dudes that like set out to dispel the myths behind some of our national parks and stuff. Like how things came to be, or not necessarily so much from the angle of burning them down or anything. More or less.
Oh, come on.
More or less the, I don't know, like the outdoors with Marty Stauffer.
Yeah.
You say you knew that dude?
What do you mean?
I thought you said one time you knew that dude.
Marty Stauffer?
Yeah.
I think I was teasing you about the other guys on TV. The one that does. I friended some guy who said he was the guy.
That's right. Yeah. That was it, man.
David Attenborough.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I got reeled into that one.
That was good.
Look at this over here. You can see
David
this. Real close. Look at the trees right over here. Look at the younger trees that are different color. They're like a lighter shade. Look at the dark green, the lighter shade. You just sit right through there. Right there. Yeah. So in Latuya Bay in Alaska, there's a line that is 2,000 feet up, and you have that sharp contrast between the old trees and the young trees. 2,000 feet up. Guess what caused that? Guess what caused the kill of the lower trees? A tsunami. 2,000 foot high tsunami.
How'd it kill them?
Yeah. That's unbelievable, man.
How'd it kill them? Like just knock them down? Or?
Oh, yeah. Tsunami came in and devastated.
Tsunami did.
2,000 feet high. A wave. 2,000 feet high. And you know what the crazy thing about it was? You know when it happened?
2,000 years ago.
50 years ago. There was a landslide on one side of this bay.
50 years ago.
50 years ago. Okay, take this.
So like alive then.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, you weren't. But it might not even been that far long ago. So a landslide displaced 2,000 feet of water, caused the water to rush to the other side of the bay and splash up 2,000 feet high. And here's the thing about it. A fishing boat rode the 2,000 foot wave across an island that was engulfed. And the whole experience, and lived to tell about it.
Where'd you hear about that?
Oh, it's famous.
Documented?
Yeah, it's famous.
You see it on Netflix?
I mean, they didn't have the videotape of it, but they had the first-hand account, of guy talking about it. Anyway, then I saw that tree line that made me think of that.
Look at some peak in the distance up there. Imagine that.
I'll tell you what, we got to, could you get that book out? It's in my backpack. Yeah. And, because we don't want to miss anything to do with Mount Hood. But I don't think we're close.
What book?
The Cascades Volcano book that I got. One kind of been reading out of.
Yep.
So, David Johnston, or Jackson, whatever his real name is, Lloyd, his boss, told him there's no proof. So he decides, I'm going to go down into the live volcano to get samples which will prove that it's getting ready to erupt. So he talked to the guy, who's a helicopter pilot, to fly down into the mouth of the volcano while it's much more active and chaotic than Devil's Kitchen on a scale much more than that. Because took the samples and the presence of some type of gas in the sample he got proved that this thing was getting ready to have a major eruption.
Gas present in the soil sample?
Yeah, and it proved it. So they knew at that point.
Any idea what that was? It's on the sidebar there.
The type of gas?
Yeah.
It's going to say right here. And I don't know, it'll say what it is. I can't remember. I don't remember what the gas was. It sounded pretty common, best I remember, but I think it's that.
Can you read this? Or
I just want to look at the map on this as I'm looking for. And
map there?
Yeah, the very beginning. There's a couple different maps. So, figure out where we are and is there any other mountains?
Oh, Lord.
That
I haven't really seen this before, man.
try to find that, what was it, Mount Thielsen? See, I think to make up time today, we left the Cascade Range proper.
Didn't we already see Mount Thielsen?
Yeah.
That was one of them.
That was one of them. What else was in it? What's north of that?
The Three Sisters.
Oh, yeah.
Mount Jefferson and Mount Hood.
Oh, really?
Mount Adams. Mount St Helens.
Well, I'm hoping we'll be, I don't know if we'll be able to see Mount Hood or not in the distance. Oh, well, we had to do it. I think there's right there, but that, oh, sorry, the red map
road. The Newberry Caldera.
I really wanted to visit that, but most of the roads probably remain closed. So we'll see Mount Adams, I bet. Yeah. And Mount Hood. I bet we picked those three up. I bet we see those. So that's good. Okay. We got a ways to go before we spot those.
This is a hell of a book, man.
That's a good one.
Hey.
I've got a book called Climbing the Cascades, where it gives detailed descriptions of people who have and how to climb every mountain mentioned in that book.
Wow. That's a really simple drawing, but it's just scales it all in, man.
Now you can look at that drawing and point to where the lodge is.
Oh, yeah. I guess the lodge is probably about right there.
Yeah.
There's those peaks we was looking at off to our right. And obviously these are the ones behind the mountain.
Kind of crazy. We didn't get to spend more time there, man. But hell, I mean, we're seeing so much, and I just couldn't give up on Mount St. Helens either.
Well, that happened.
Maybe we should have given up on Rainier. I don't know. Late now.
No, man. I think it's I was saying that this particular type of trip, more of like a whirlwind tour of the whole range as opposed to an in-depth look at just one or two.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is new ground for me. I've never done what we're doing right now. I've never been this far north in Oregon.
Where was the farthest north you had traveled?
I want to say it was Eugene or Bend or something like that.
I don't think we're there yet, are we?
Then I'm probably wrong. I don't think it was too much further than Crater Lake. I can look at the map and see.
That was Mount Nielsen in the distance. There's so much to know about this area.
One man's heaven is another man's hell. Might as well go and be that man's heaven, because sure are hell.
Look at the Mount Thielsen is known for its the lightning rod of the Cascades. It's like Matterhorn style, Matterhorn peaks. Look how jagged it is.
That's wild.
Blueberry, these three sisters. Mount Washington, Mount Jefferson, Mount Washington. Ouch.
I bet you can probably find that book on pretty cheap online somewhere. It's not a place. Sure. Eugene, 11 miles. Portland, 118. So if you got directions from current location to Mount St. Helens, it's really helping to get there earlier, man. Because that ECOPARK is not an easy place to find, I don't think.
Is that right?
You can't use it. Warns you all over on their website. Don't use it. Because you have to find this. It'll take you to the wrong place. But hopefully I have a map of it there somewhere. Well, a little overcast today. Partly, mostly cloudy, but pretty nice.
Shit, I can't even find Mount St. Helens. Where is it in relation to Mount Rainier?
South. And then west.
There. Good, man. Why don't we change course to an option? I mean,
There's no faster way.
No faster way. So that was how far it was when we did the search.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that road we took put us behind or what. There's another sign on here. I want you to get it.
You have volcano duty.
This is not what it is.
This guy's talking about volcanoes. But now there's no fire, you lost desire. Don't go. While we leave peacefully, I didn't do it. Hell, I've known.
obviously the intention of the movie maker to incorporate that.
I thought it was brilliant on a couple different levels. One, it's capturing the small town lumberjack mentality, logging mentality, but yet the song lyrics incorporate the hot, the cold, the hell, the volcano hooks, you know.
That's another aspect of it.
Yeah. Here's the other song. Listen to this one.
That's 12. Hard to see what they're doing in Washington today. I don't want to talk to the Attorney General tonight.
Just like 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, and all the residents, all the workers in this area, you can go into the red zone, providing sign a simple little legal waiver. Now, you can keep it.
What's that song?
Whatever, you were all right. God last day with us, you got to last. Come on in, sit down, kid. There may be a time. You're just laughing on the mountain. Laughing on the mountain. Come on in, sit down, have a beer. When that thing will be calling you to go out and get blown away. Come on in, get blown away right here.
That's pretty good. Oh, it's clever. I've looked for the songs of this movie for years. I found the name of the band, and the name of the band was like Gobble. That wrote this music for this, and but I could never find the full song version.
God, walking towards the light I can see. I can feel the ash now. My eyes. It's getting very difficult to breathe. At this very moment, I'm dead.
That's real footage. That's real. That's live. They used it in the movie, but that was the real deal there, man.
You did use it in the movie?
Yeah.
What was the last thing he said?
Now, see, that wasn't the geologist. That was just some news reporter that happened to be in the wrong place during the
Did he
explosion. No, he lived. He lived.
Well, is this the closing song?
This is like the closing recap of.
It was like
They're dead.
Hat Creek suffered. Well, not Hat Creek, but
The area, yeah, the
you could probably do it. You could probably do like Spirit Lake. No longer.
Actually, I think it's James Earl Jones comes in here in a minute.
Oh, he says it? I don't know if it was just like words on the screen.
I think he says it.
What is it that could happen? All my life.
This is the geologist talking.
Fanciful music for footage, maybe. I wonder what the message there was. Even in its destruction, there's still beauty.
That honoring geologists, Harry Truman, their life.
Comes and dust. Here it comes. And all of a sudden, right over you.
These are like memories. You don't see them talk, you just hear their voices and you see the footage and everything. Then James Earl Jones comes in, I think.
James Earl Jones. What do you call him? The
Equivalent to the explosive power of 500 atomic bombs. It was heard over 300 miles away. More than a cubic mile.
oh, well, we're in.
Flashed along top of the mountain. Over a ton of rock.
Seemed to be heard. It's right here.
Yep.
Enough 175,000 down, 59 feet by day. 20 minutes later, I'll say something. They wrote again, and then tell me.
At any time. There would be precursors, I believe.
You would hope.
That's the closing song.
Yeah. Credits.
Some folks think he's crazy, but how did you blame
Well, there's not a lot of
Very true, man.
oh, really?
Oh yeah, there's been several songs written by Harriet since then, of course. You know, you remember who played Harry Truman in the movie? It was
Ed Asner.
the guy who played Ed Norton in The Honeymooners.
Oh, good to say. Ralph Cramden.
Well, that was Ralph in The Honeymooners, but Ed Norton was his buddy.
Oh, that's
Did a really good job, man.
Spring of 1985, the shores of Spirit Lake, mountain named St Helens slowly started to wake. At first a tremble in the ground, then a cloud of steam. People they all gathered round to see what it might be. Now by the lake there lived a man, Harry Truman they all say. He lived there 40 years and 10, still there to this day. The man and the mountain, mountain and the man, lived together side by side on the land.
man.
Now all who lived nearby the mountain, they were told to go to safer ground where they might save their lives if it should blow. But Harry Truman, he refused to leave his lodge of land. Why he wished to stay there, they could not understand. The mountain, it began to shake, it began to heave. If the mountain moves, then I don't mind, not about to leave. The man and the mountain, mountain and the man, live together side by side on the land.
It's like ode to Harry Truman.
Image of St. Helens in the lake.
Look at that.
Clear to see her beauty and her grandeur and her creatures running free. The shadow of the mountain there lit from day to day. As near to heaven he would get, that's what he used to say.
Near to heaven, I think it gets something on the
Yeah. Pretty well, man. It's kind of like a Floyd Collins
Very much so. So the entire area where his lodge was covered in rock, mud.
a pyroclastic flow, which is something that's moving at speeds of hundreds of miles an hour.
And like at ground zero.
Oh yeah. because it blew out sideways there. It just really engulfed him. Lake.
What does that look like? What has that ever been filmed? I mean,
They may have that. I mean, it was taken from a long distance away, so I don't know. I don't know if you can see Spirit Lake or anything like that, but you can see the whole mountain
is
collapse.
that like it's just the whole pot of magnitude that's involved there? What we're talking about.
Yeah.
Said the side of the mountain blew out.
Yeah, imagine Mount Shasta and big bulge comes out on the side where we saw there, and then the entire mountain, there's a landslide. The landslide occurred, releasing the pressure on the volcano, which is blasted out from that point. And that's what blasts out that pyroclastic flow, which is ash and heat. You would see it coming like those cumulonimbus clouds coming horizontally.
Like sound waves.
And you couldn't outrun it. I mean, you're screwed. You look over here, and if that was to happen, that right there is nothing you can do. Ain't nothing gonna save you. It'll outrun a helicopter.
I was saying, even a helicopter come in and lift you out.
I mean, it would be here before you. I mean, it's traveling hundreds of miles an hour.
I got you.
But even if you're in a helicopter, you can't outrun it this way. But you got to get up over it. You can't. There's no guarantees on that. That's your only hope.
Now that's a force of nature.
And that's a small one. Think about, Crater Lake, what they're saying. That thing, 42 times bigger than Mount St. Helens. And Mount Mazama was small compared to Long Valley. Long Valley was small compared to Yellowstone. That is a force of nature. That is a force of nature. I mean, they've only recently figured out that there's volcanic events that can destroy life of the magnitude. They said about 70,000 years ago there was a caldera that erupted like Long Valley or Yellowstone, something like that, and it wiped out the human population down to, I think they're projecting like a few thousand. We were that close to extinction 78,000 years ago.
Where?
The whole planet.
Oh, the whole planet.
The whole planet. There's only a few thousand people left.
What happened to the whole
planet?
planet?
Probably, I don't know all the details, but it was like the ash blocked out the sun.
So one volcano from where?
Toba, which I think they said it was Toba, and it's on the other side of the planet somewhere.
Like Asian country?
I can't remember. I could say for sure, but
so damn near took the whole
world population was down to a few thousand, and they know that because they've looked at the genetics. They looked at some of the genetics of the bones they found before that event, and then they could predict the type of variants that you should see. And then there was a funnel where it all came together and then propagated out again, and it all lined up with that event.
Wow.
Yeah. Harry Truman.
Man and the mountain and the man.
I'm not that huge of a Harry Truman follower. I mean, it's. I think that a lot of storytellers and everything latched on to that. It was really interesting and it gets your attention. He died for standing for, what he wanted there, not coming down off the mountain and all that. But
the counter to the side of that was Dan had full warning, full knowledge of consequences.
Yeah.
And reckless in his actions. No regard for human life, especially your own.
Yeah, so
knowing that
his influence, some of the other people that died, that they I'm gonna be like Harry. I ain't coming down either. I don't know. I really don't know. So I think that's what the main concern was. And even after they got to the point where, okay, you're gonna get this old guy, nothing else to live for, he's okay with dying, the mountain goes he wants to go, but how does that influence other people's decisions?
probably did.
Probably. I guess my point is, even though it's an interesting part of the story, I'm not that hooked in by that. So, for example, Floyd Collins. I think the Floyd Collins story is much, much more amazing than the Harry Truman story. I guess is what I'm saying. I think the Floyd Collins story had so many different angles on his impact in paving Kentucky. I mean, it's far surpassed literature was sort of good. Yep, so the ocean's over that way, Scott.
Too far, really.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised I didn't plan us a little day trip over along the way. Just a few hours. So what's it? Now look at that, Brownsville Historic Pioneer Museum. So what's the time frame now?
I don't know, man. I'm having a hard time figuring it out here.
Okay, I'll tell you what to do.
I was going to use Betty there, but you tell me what to do.
So all you need to do is up at the top and do current location, and I think it's got current location on the left, and then on the right you type in Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, that's what we got.
And then you hit.
It's got driving directions there.
I think
Might be showed up down there like 100 miles.
oh yeah, I think it's updated. You know what it says?
100 miles is 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Well, now we're talking. We'll get there before dark. I'll assume you.
It does. Do something great.
Yeah.
100 miles, 2 hours and 10 minutes. So it is like 4 o'clock, 4:11.
Good. I'm glad we got
2 hours would be 6:11, 10 minutes, and 6:30.
I figure I'll be stopping for a bite to eat and get something. I don't have any drink. I mean,
Like McDonald's.
McDonald's, Burger King, found me. I mean, I'm open to your ideas on that if you got any.
Shit, I thought this would be a good night to fire up the grill.
Oh, shit. I'm all over that. That sounds great. Sounds perfect.
I mean, ECOPARK.
I forgot you had all that. Yeah. Excellent.
We can maybe grab some.
Yeah. Whatever we need to grab, we'll stop and get it. I love that idea. Get us there sooner and
Have time to
enjoy it. I guess we're staying as close to Mount St. Helens as we can figure out how to stay.
I think we're right there, man.
Yeah, I like that idea. Tell you what though, I'm going to go ahead and get a little snack.
What do you like?
I got a soft drink in the cooler, Coke, and then in that bag, there's some Gardettos. In that bag.
This?
Yeah. You like Gardettos?
Yeah, that'll be good. I don't know what they're made of. Is it wheat? Flour?
This is like little wafers is all it
I
is.
don't know what I'm saying.
And then it's got, I think it's got like a, I don't know, got soy sauce, teriyaki. No, it's Worcestershire. I think it's a Worcestershire. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I like all three of them.
Yeah.
Put anything on like rice.
Soy sauce.
You ever eat rice? Which rice or rice?
I like brown fried rice.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome. But I like rice fattening.
It's a starch. It's pretty much like eating
Pasta.
get I think some of the long grain. There's some variations you can get to make it a little better and better.
You just don't see many overweight Asians that aren't simply wrestlers.
That's true.
What's up with that?
Yeah. So many mountains, so little time. Kind of produce. Trees, I guess. Hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts. Well,
You know, your squash and zucchini make good smoothies. They're real nutritious. Eat them raw, put them in smoothies, fruit and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Squash and zucchini.
Yep.
Is that like good for you?
Absolutely. Very good. More hazelnuts, I guess.
The band's Sister Hazel. That's what they call her fans.
Huh. What's going on up here, people? You're not going to find a cop. Well, we could see Shasta from 70 miles away. That holds true for Mount St. Helens. We should be seeing it within an hour and a half. You got cell signal right now?
I don't know.
You don't know? That's what I need to download. That will do it.
I think I put it in my bag.
Shazam.
What is it? I mean, how does it work? Is it good?
It's freaking good. You just hit a button and it records whatever song is playing in the background where you're at, and then it tells you the name of the song.
How much is it?
Free. I may have a paid version, I don't know, but what I use is free. I have Wi-Fi to use it, but I think you really like it. If you ever want to identify a song,
Shazam.
Shazam. I think it'd be good on some of the CDs I got, see if they can get those.
You got it on yours?
I gotta have Wi-Fi to do it.
Freaky good.
Yeah. I think what's freaky about it to me is it really only works for like popular music genres, pop, rock, country. You know, it's not going to get obscure classical, prog rock. Although it might surprise me if it's on prog rock. But most anything on a radio, it's going to do a damn good job. But what's freaky about it is you'd be sitting in a very noisy restaurant with a ton of talking going on, and it don't matter.
Really?
Yeah, that's what's freaky.
Yeah.
Numerous occasions I've been like, ain't no way it's gonna get this. And it would nail it. Because I think so anyway, I was thinking about that character today. That's what you said, Crater Lake Lodge, because I was looking around thinking, I wonder if any of these people are just so rich that they can just say, you know what, I think I'm gonna go travel for the 6 months, the next 6 months.
Guaranteed.
I'm just gonna, they were there at the hotel just as part of their extended plan that they had.
It was like, I'm going to go this place, this place, this place. Wherever the best place there is to stay at.
Don't have to give any thought whatsoever.
Go ahead and book that for me. Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say I seen, heard, and listened to lots of people.
Yeah.
We have come to see the crater. Where is the crater? We're here. That's right out back if you go through. No, it wouldn't be quite like that. But
when I disappeared on the lady and didn't give them the extra money they wanted, anyway, during that time frame, I walked out looking at the view again, and there was a mom and son out there. She's like, would you take our picture? I'm like, sure. So I frame them up real nice, take a couple pictures up, do a safety, Got to talk to him. I asked the son, I said, how old are you? Well, he looked a lot younger than he was, but he was like 22, and he looked like he was, 17 or something.
really,
So I knew it was a weird question. I said, well, that's okay. I was just trying to put some things in perspective here of my life. Last time I was here, I was a lot younger and thinking about that. They're real nice, and she's like, yeah, we came down from Portland and talking about their trip. They're going to go to Mount St. Helens and Mount Rainier. I was thinking, that's what we're doing. I might see you again. But then she said, and he, pointing at this boy, he is going to be climbing Mount Rainier starting next week or something like that. I'm like, really? I said, well, I admire you for doing that. I said, I hiked Whitney, and that's a hike, but what you're getting ready to do, I said, have you done any ice climbing or anything? Or he's like, no, never have. But I've done a lot of rock climbing and stuff like that. This kid weighed wet, he would have weighed 135 pounds. So I'm sure he's going to be fine.
shit.
But,
You never done anything like it before?
well, I was thinking about their money and everything too. I'm like, okay, this
It's gonna be like a guided.
it'd have to be. He's got no experience.
Like totally supported.
Yeah, they have to be. But they did tell me, they're like, if you go past Smith Creek or something like that, it's like, oh, you got to go see it. It's beautiful. And that's where Kevin Downs was showing us pictures at. That's here in Oregon. Remember where he went rock climbing?
Oh, yeah?
Beautiful place.
Right.
Somewhere over that way.
Yeah, Creek.
I don't know if the creek part was right. Smith something. I had some information on it. But it's a beautiful place. So if you're going to try to do a comparison, it's probably silly to even do it. Compare the big groves, sequoias groves that you've been in. Which one is, you had to pick one to return to?
Wow. Yeah, I guess if you're talking about that, you're talking about the big trees in Calaveras, Tuolumne Meadows, and Mariposa Grove.
Yeah.
And it's just pure woods.
Really?
Specific.
So the redwoods were big enough and worthy too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, there were places in Mariposa that were just incredible. I mean, especially where that cabin was at. Yeah, I'll probably get a picture. But there was just like dominance of sequoias, just dozens of them all in one concentrated area. Other time, you know, they're spread out.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's white, feathery looking stuff.
Chicken truck, eh?
Yeah.
You know, redwoods, it's pretty worthy, man.
So if someone came to you and said, you know, I'm going to, all expenses paid, 3 days at any one of those spots for you to go back and enjoy, which one would you sign up?
Well, think so. Maybe Calaveras.
I think what I liked about that one was how uncrowded it was. I mean, it was just like there, and it wasn't.
Yeah, both Mariposa and Tuolumne, and even Muir Woods, all three. How many people?
I'm like you. I think that would be the one. Now the giant forest in Sequoia. I haven't found a place that quite matched the magnitude of that, and it wasn't too crowded.
Giant forest,
but it was certainly, yeah, it's called the giant forest section of Sequoia. But it's certainly more crowded than Calaveras, and I thought Calaveras was awfully nice. I love that whole section that we drove through. I mean, that was just a delightful excursion. I love the Dorrington. I thought that was just a lot of fun.
I think there's maybe other stuff to take into consideration.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as far as that goes, it's like there's probably other things to see right in that area.
Sure. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Haven't seen anything like that in a while. Big field. So, I guess they're just growing hay or something. This guy's got his blinkers on. Yeah, probably, yeah. What? See that wrong tree? People that can tell. What's this over here? Enchanted Forest. Next exit, fun. Enchanted Forest. Looks like some kind of park.
No, this is probably one of the best ones I got. You probably can't even see it, but the cabin is down there on the bottom right.
Yeah.
And those trees are all around it, man.
That's amazing.
There's another one. There's the cabin. There's some trees.
Very nice.
There's me in front of one of them.
This is so huge.
There's another one.
Dang. It never gets old to me, man. No matter how many times I see it, I'm still in awe. I was in awe of the dang cedar trees in Lassen.
I want to give you one guess. Tell me what that is.
Can't really see it, man.
It don't matter which way it is.
Can't make it out.
That object.
picked it out.
Tell you.
Is that the hardwood?
Hardwood.
That's the hardwood.
Got it, man. It's like there's veins in there, man.
That's wild. Vineyard.
Pretty good, yeah.
Got a vineyard going up there. Look at that. Look at the vineyard. Willamette Valley Vineyard's pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, Enchanted Forest Theme Park. Ignore all the natural splendor. Come over here and look at our man-made wheels go round and round. Well, it's like pretty clear up there here. Might be good for out St Helens. Dang, that's probably another vineyard. That's on a scale, some serious vineyard.
Italy.
Dang. Sea mountains? Yeah. I hope we have one of those moments like we did with Shasta. It's like it just jumps right out the sky, you know. That was funny. You're looking all around
You
for it.
see it, man.
It's hidden in plain sight.
How the hell is that? Should we be stupid or?
I'm just not used to seeing that kind of stuff. I know. It took me by surprise. I kept thinking, I'll be able to see it. It's out there. I know it's out there.
You just don't look up there, I guess.
You just don't expect to see something like that.
It's kind of a weird phenomenon.
Like Shasta. I have to say, to me, so far, it's been the biggest surprise. Look at that, Seattle, 224 miles.
Wow. You know, I think this is what Tony Shea ended up selling.
What?
You read what this is?
Lexus?
Yeah. Him and his buddies created that. Sold it.
Really?
Initially, yeah.
Wow. Well,
Lexus.
but he was famous before.
Oh, yeah. That's how I ended up money.
Well, not famous, but rich, I meant. Rich.
That's how he was able to invest in the Zappos lately.
Wow.
And sold it for $6 billion.
$6 billion.
Yeah, it's incredible, man.
So that's the way to dominate the market, buy your competitor, right?
Apparently.
The way that Amazon does it.
That's a shit ton of money. To eliminate your competitor, I guess.
Well, I wonder what he's going to get into next. Anything?
Oh, Zappos is going to go on in Vegas.
Huh?
Zappos is going to continue on in Vegas. Only this Shepherdsville facility is going to be Amazon based. He's basically cutting us loose. He's going to keep his operations in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that means. I mean, it's like, so that means that keep the Zappos brand going, but all the fulfillment is done under Amazon.
Yeah. That's a new thing. I really haven't even looked at my email. I got it.
You leave work and look what happens.
CNN is saying something different.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it saying now?
Two Mountain St. Helens is 117 miles, 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Well,
I mean, that again. Saying current location. Two Mountain St. Helens. I don't know why, but remember a while ago what we were thinking it was? What do you remember being?
how about that?
It's actually less.
Should have been less. Hell, for sure.
With that said, it's about 13 more miles on to where we thought it was about an hour ago.
I know we're doing what we're only doing what we can do, you know.
I know.
Whatever it is.
I just don't know if I pressed the wrong button or a while ago. Like I said, it's 102 miles. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. Did you say drop the arrow here? Did you say like drop the arrow or get your location?
Yeah, that should give you where you're at. You get that.
So we like coming up on Sunny View Road.
Santa, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, moved it up bit past that. About Silverton Road. It's probably not on there yet.
Still can't read it. Can you read it good?
Hell no.
First letter's an E, second letter's a U or an A. E.
Portland Drive. Portland Road.
Yeah.
Bishop went this strong suit.
So, does that show where we're at?
I guess. Oh, you're talking about like Portland Drive?
Yeah.
Portland Road. That's still coming up here, I believe.
So it does have us, though.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. Then what? I mean, it's got current location, Mount St. Helens. Then we search.
Yep.
It's like current location went away. We're in search. You're saying 112 miles. 2.5 hours.
Well, a good portion of that's going to be probably pretty nice driving, so that's okay. That's why we're here, really. So we, probably got another hour and a half of this kind of environment. I guess the O on the back of that vehicle in front of us is some Oregon State or type of college reference. I'm just glad we're getting close to some shopping. I've hated being away from the shopping for the last few days. Fountain of money, pottery king. Rather apropos.
Spirit Mountain Casino.
Police man. Lowe's, Target,
Echo Staples. Missing out on that?
Yep. I need all the stuff they got. I need more stuff.
Man, that's pretty good thought process there. I mean, where we've been, this shit ain't existent.
No.
I really didn't miss it. Yeah, you put it up there. It's almost like you're, I need stuff from there.
Yeah. Bullshit.
But if it ain't there, you don't ever need anything from it. Well, let me just say.
Put in Portland.
It would be better. I think it would be better if we weren't so commercialized. Seems like everything's commercialized.
Yeah.
Each time when
What do you look for?
They said Portland.
That's funny. So, that program in current location. Look over there. Flower garden. That's pretty cool.
Pretty nice.
Flower farm.
Whether they're selling that shit or just like flowers.
Yeah, put in Portland, Oregon, and from current location of Portland, Oregon, see what it reports. It should be under 40 miles, whatever it comes back with.
38.9.
There you go. Now switch it back to St. Helens, and then it's calibrated. We know it's working. So, of course, you also got to take into consideration what does it think the end point for Mount St. Helens is. Probably not the same location we're going to. That might affect it maybe 15 miles, give or take.
Where are we going? ECOPARK?
Yeah. I don't know what it.
Didn't know that.
No, but they said you can't plug that in.
What?
Take you to the wrong place.
How the hell we know where we're going then? I should have printed directions or something to get us there since
I think I've got some. Just have to find them. I'll just have to pull over and find them. I'll have to shuffle in paper.
Out of here?
Yeah. Somewhere in there. So we should be seeing some signs for Vancouver pretty soon. And we know we're going to breeze right on through Oregon today. And then into Washington.
Yeah, it's just some good stuff here. It's a lot of good information. You research about the geology tour. Man, that's
That's one to do some of that. There's just no way.
down St. Helens. What it looks like.
Now see, I wonder if his name is Johnston instead of Jackson. Or if it's the David Johnston Ridge Observatory.
Johnston Ridge Observatory sits on the bluff. Just
Probably nothing to do with it.
5.5 miles from the crater at an elevation 4,314 feet and offers grand views of Mount St. Helens, much of the 1980 blast. Known primarily for its association with noted U.S. geologist David Johnston. This
You're making this up. You're making that up.
you're correct.
I'm learning.
How did you know that?
I'm
I
learning.
wasn't winging it good enough.
No, it was just too perfect. The timing was too perfect.
Alright.
But I guess Johnston is the bridge, not the person, so maybe it is David Jackson.
It's not about Eagle.
Yeah, what's that one?
Directions to Spirit Lake Highway. I don't know.
That might be it. Look at that one pretty serious, and then keep looking.
Directions to Spirit Lake. Then Spirit Lake Memorial Highway to Mount St. Helens. Bahars. 30 cool facts about Mount St. Helens. Directions to Paradise Inn in Ashford.
We need that one, come on.
Directions to, we really don't have one direction to ECOPARK.
Unless you point your hand here, is it?
It doesn't say ECOPARK.
No, but that's probably not it. Because it was something on their website. Hey, I tell you what, go to the browser, get that back under control. We can just look it up in real time, I guess, on the iPad, and take a picture of it. Go to the Safari browser, and type in EcoPark, go to their website.
Where did I search at? Right here.
I can't really see. Well, it's a beautiful wonderland view. Crater Lake this morning. It's acting like you got cellular. Good.
EcoPark Resort in Mount St. Helens.
Directions.
Info and maps. Driving north from Portland. Is that us?
Yes.
Take exit number 49. Turn right and into the off-ramp on the State Road 504. Drive past Toutle and Kid Valley to Milepost 24 and EcoPark Road. Something hard to famous last words. How do you take a picture of that?
You take the bottom button and that and this button, press them at the same time, and it kind of flashes and they go. Yeah.
I think it's what's one. There's a better than that, maybe.
That was the verbal directions. Yeah. Good to have.
That would be written. And then there it is right there.
It's your screen cap.
So exit 49. Where exit we at?
Well, we're not even in Washington yet, so probably the exits aren't going to line up. So maybe that means 49 miles north of Washington, Oregon border. I don't know if those line up on exits or
I think
not.
they do.
Really? Say, I like the feel of the Quinault Lodge just as well as the Crater Lake Lodge. No, I like that. We've been fortunate, man. We've stayed in some nice places. They even like the what was the place? How can I get that? Carpenter Wing. That was a neat feel to those places. The history.
You already mentioned the Dorrington.
Dorrington was awesome.
General Kearney.
Yeah, that was fun. I mean, it wasn't really history, but nice little bar, and good food. I kind of liked it.
Oh yeah, shit. That
Steak and eggs.
well, the steak, the night of the steak and beans.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Mesquite grill.
Mesquite grilled steak. Yeah, we'll probably remember. Cedar Lodge is pretty cool.
Yep.
Sit out on the balcony, Pizza Factory pizza.
That was nice. We never took the time to find out where they do the half-gallon challenge there. I never figured out where. That's all right. We didn't have time. Pretty cool though.
Yeah, some of the locations. Didn't we stay at Mount Whitney Inn?
We did. Stayed there. Stayed a couple of places there in Lone Pine.
I mean, Didn't I like book that because I like to do the sign?
The name of sign, yeah.
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 It wasn't bad, I don't think, but not good.
There's not a lot of great options. I mean, they're all fine. I mean, when we stayed out there where we hiked with it was fine. What's that one?
Before we did?
Well,
that's
the night. What was that?
Dow.
Yeah, Dow Villa.
Dow Villa.
That was real famous.
Yeah,
Tom Wayne stayed there, but I mean, it's really nothing fancy or nothing, but everything I need. I've stayed there a few times. I like that. I haven't stayed at the Best Western in a long time, years ago. I don't know what possessed me to stay in that, but I don't know. I can't say. It's back in '94 or '5. I stayed. I want to say Caesar's Palace at Lake Tahoe once.
Let's not forget Bellagio.
Oh yeah.
Or the Mirage.
Yeah.
Or Luxor.
Yeah, that was funny. Your first introduction to
Vegas.
Las Vegas at the Mirage. That was fun to watch.
That was experience.
Yeah.
So
Saw the Blue Man Group on that.
oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. That was the place to see them.
Bellagio, the Luxor, and the Mirage. I think we had those pretty good
Yeah.
venues.
And then I've also stayed at the Venetian, stayed at the MGM. I think that about covers it for me.
In Vegas.
Yeah. I wish I could have went an all expense paid trip to that Arab country. You know which one I'm talking about? The one that's like buildings or tallest buildings in the world. What is that?
Dubai.
Yeah, Dubai.
That's India.
I'd like to see Dubai.
Well, you can help your frickin' self. You'd rather throw rocks at me. Go to Dubai. Oh my God. Bury me now, because I'm in. Might as well be heaven to him, because that'd be hell to me.
Well, I mean, you know, to me, it's just like the going to Vegas or something. I mean,
Gee, you can bet it would be overwhelming since that's the largest population in the world.
why?
Well, I'm talking about the Indian. There's like 6 billion, 7 billion people in the world, and 2 billion of 3 billion of them's Indian.
Yeah.
You better get used to the smell of curry powder.
I like curry.
Oh my God. I probably would too if it didn't have a connotation with it. Well, if they're all dirty like that particular dude, but the country would have to be in bad shape.
Yeah. Yeah.
These old ladies looked like she was chewing dirt. She had like black shit built up around her gums and stuff, man. It stunk to me. That's pretty fucking insane.
Yeah.
Surely it's not characteristic of the entire nationality.
I've worked with 2 Indian people at publishers, and I really like them. Really good people.
So there's no stereotyping.
You know, I mean, I would say that what I've been around is even representative of what you might find over there, even, you know.
They probably still chopping people up over there too. I had to guess.
Probably would.
Alright, you're out of country travel, always throw them for a loop.
Yeah.
Just on that shit. Good. Have a good trip. Hope you come back.
You just don't understand how you are a part of. That's where you break it down in your comprehension. It's Earth, planet. It's not USA.
Planet Earth.
Job here. Right. That's how he signed one of his papers.
Earth Planet?
Yeah. That was his location. Earth Planet. Well, like I said, I preempted that whole statement with an all expenses paid trip. Ain't no way I never.
Oh, it's supposed to be,
Yeah.
sure, expensive as hell.
Even if I had the money to do that, I would certainly never spend it on that versus if there's stuff I want to do first. I guess my big international travel dreams is Australia. I've always wanted to do that.
So I see more
What I say?
internet travel.
Oh,
It's closed-minded. Sorry. I get that.
you would love a lot of these places. I wouldn't go as far as saying you'd love it by now.
Okay, thanks.
I definitely would do that, but I think you would be totally blown away by what you would find in the Caribbean. I think if I could take you to Puerto Rico and give you a tour, you'd be totally blown away. Puerto Rico too. It's got a bad reputation.
Or,
Crowded, dirty, a lot of crime.
and yet it's not.
That's the way I do it. Look, you get close to a big city and people behave different. Or driving is different. You know, we were all doing just fine on the expressway all the way here. But you get here to Portland, look what starts happening. People act like idiots.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, we're coming up with Portland, everybody's acting stupid. In this city, I gotta act stupid. Hanging out at that lodge, or any lodge like Crater Lake or those places we were talking about earlier. I'll think about looking at those logbooks from Mammoth Cave Hotel, and there were some guys that come in and stayed for a month, and you could actually see day by day what they paid, what they did, what they ate. You know, maybe not the menu, but you could see what meals they had, you could see what alcohol they drank. Yeah. How long they were there.
We're gonna get tied up in traffic.
Are we?
You gotta go right through the heart of Portland at 5 o'clock.
But it is a Saturday, so maybe that'll help us. Get your Mercedes-Benz over there.
If we want to totally go around Portland downtown, there's a way. But if we want to,
I think being a Saturday, I'm not too worried about it, man. Could be making a bad call, but we think about Saturday.
all right, we're coming up on the exit. And this road here goes right around Portland. This here goes right through.
I'd say take the one that's quickest. Me, distance. For a Saturday.
I would say straight on would be quickest.
Let's try it. Let's get a look at this great city.
Portland, I'm sure it's all that.
Trailblazers. Portland Trailblazers. Can't remember who played Trailblazers. Seemed like,
Shit, I don't keep it pro.
well, I'm thinking way back. I used to play this little Avalon Hill game. It was a card game based on pro basketball. It was something we did. I'm trying to remember. There's really good three-point shooters at that time. Hell, that's 25 years ago or something. 20 years ago, I think. You got the app called 411?
Yep.
That's a freaky one.
411.
You can put a name in and then show you a lot of information. Well, they'll show you somebody's, I think their phone number and address, show you their house on a map. It's kind of freaky, kind of invasive. I guess it's all public knowledge, huh?
This is going to take us to ECOPARK. Staying 106 miles. Still another 2.5 hours.
It's like we're this, we can't get going forward.
Vortex,
Yeah.
man. You're kidding me. I thought we already had that mistake once about an hour ago.
Well, I told you we was in for a long drive today. Take heart though.
Right.
Next 2 days, you ain't gonna have to worry about that, alright?
No.
No, I got a little ambitious, so
We didn't have passports or something anymore.
yeah.
Well, I just plugged in the address from the website here. Spirit Lake Highway, or 14,000 Spirit Lake Highway, Toutle, Washington. Well, so put her down.
It is what it is.
Right.
So, have you confirmed that route is the same as the route you're seeing on the iPad? Can you confirm the two match?
I don't think they're the route as far as the instructions go.
Yeah.
Okay. So details maybe. Yeah, anything you can. I'll do. Confirm the route.
So, yeah.
It'll be 8 o'clock when we get there.
Well, before we do whatever she tells us to do, let's make sure we're following what's on their website as we do it. It should be pretty easy.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's like get off the interstate and go to
I guess that means the exits.
ECOPARK Road.
I wonder.
This might help you navigate some of the on and off ramps here through Seattle.
Yeah.
I guess however talk to us.
We're kind of on exit 297. I wonder how many exits there are in Oregon.
352.
352.
Totally made that up. Oh. I think it's about accurate though.
Might be. I'm just going to try to add whatever we got left plus 49. See,
Make 102.
see what that came out.
51, 53. What did I say? 52.
Something, that was pretty close.
But probably ain't no exit at 53. Same.
True.
You know that.
Keep right.
Again, we're not exiting the interstate, but it may be advantageous to know what side of the road to be on.
Yep.
Look out here to your right. City of Seattle.
Really? I don't see any buildings.
What's a small hamlet?
What was it that they described last and compared to Mazama, a small
Pollock. Pollock. Ain't that making one of these when you have man?
Huh?
I said I'd even let one of these that you have.
Oh, I had all I wanted out of there. Get the spot.
Maybe that's Portland.
Yeah, that's a building.
You're just kind of missing that urban feel, wasn't you?
I was. I just really love it.
After 1/2 mile, keep right.
Is that some type of tram or
Stay on the
something?
left lane.
Oh, I don't know what that is. Looks like a public transit.
Keep right. Then, stay on the left lane.
It gets people from over there over here. Whoa. Just get off or something.
Ahead, keep left.
Just following a 5.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Damn road. I guess that's Seattle over there.
Portland.
Or Portland, yeah. I can do Portland. But there's the arena.
After 1/2 mile, keep left.
It's pretty wild, man. I've seen worse.
Left.
There's something about Portland that's unique. Like, you got like a big statue of London in it or something.
I don't know much about it. First time I ever been here.
What if Portland, Oregon is like, this is the most fit city Look at that storm. Oh, where?
Could have been.
Portland, or was it, somewhere called Bolton? Might have been Boulder. They said, like, everybody, like, participate in some type of outdoor physical activity several times a week. It's like really big boats up there. Those are like warships. See that?
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Whoa.
What are they even doing?
Story is on that. Huh? What the story is with that? Is this the arena you took a picture of a minute ago?
No, I don't think.
St Helens, 3/4 mile,
Where did you see that?
405 west.
That'd be the city of.
Yep,
We don't want to do that.
good.
Oh hell, she says stay on this for 55 miles.
You see that?
You see that?
Yeah.
People's like sleeping up there. Yeah, it's a suck ass place to be sleeping.
Like you couldn't find someplace better. That's a wild looking bridge. Are we going across this thing?
I don't know.
No, I don't think we are. Let's stick. St. Helens.
Dude, my head's still hurt. Got all that on.
Sometimes my sinuses bothers me. I've got some Excedrin migraine, what we took to deal with our altitude sickness. That should do it. It might make you feel something more, but yeah, that's a good thing.
Is that good for headache?
I think it's good for pain. So, yeah.
Alright,
Going in.
going in.
Yeah.
Bag stupid. It shouldn't be people. It doesn't hurt.
On that note, how hard would it be for you to hand me a water? I can try to hydrate.
all. People stay hydrated.
Let's try. It doesn't have to be cold. You just grab me one right out of that big container waters.
Up out there. Try you better to go there.
That's fine.
That bottle's got freaky.
I opened one the other day and it spilled as I was opening it.
Yeah, that's what happened to me a while ago.
Yeah. I'm more careful this time.
306. Well, I think your gamble paid off.
What's that?
And right up the pipe on Saturday in Seattle. Or
Yeah.
Portland.
Yeah. I think we did alright. Oh. Keep thinking I see a mountain, but it's probably clouds. You see a mountain up there? No, it's clouds. Never mind. Raw bridge ahead. Prepare to stop when lights flash. Oh, that's great. Boy, it's a heck of a drawbridge coming up on. Olympia. Oregon thanks you. Oregon thanks you. Come back soon. Dude. We're in Washington.
We were leaving. Columbia River.
Oh, this is the Columbia River Guards. Look over there. One of these days, you're gonna look back at me and you're gonna say, "You dumbass, we were right there and you didn't take me over there."
Wow, this wasn't bad.
Well, let's just say when you figure that out, you'll hold it against me.
Hard to get too many places.
Yeah. Big deal, man. Columbia River Gorge is huge. It's a huge moment.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. Start. Washington.
I wouldn't know where to start. It's worthy of a trip on to itself. But we're in Washington. Congratulations.
So now we only got 49 miles.
How about that?
Look at that.
49 miles. Oh, look at that. It's neat to see Port Seattle. Interesting. Each city did. The signs. There's your sign. Welcome to Washington.
Like,
On either plans to go at the state meeting. Exit 2. Do me a favor and grab that, well, I might have something else going here on that.
Gotcha.
Go ahead, grab me the one that says, talk. I don't even remember what's on this one.
Exit right.
It went
2 miles.
Oh.
The arrival belongs to the railroad. A second part of a long journey to the mill has begun. Trees that were living and growing a few days before.
I feel like we should be seeing it, but I guess if the land was flat, we probably could, but not very flat around here.
It is the redwood of the Sierra Nevada mountains. The scientific name for both is sequoia, the name of the famous Cherokee Indian. The Sierra redwood is even bigger than the coast redwood. It grows to be as much as 50 feet thick at the base, and it lives longer. It may live to be 4,000 years old. Redwoods are today native only to California and a small section of Oregon. But thousands of years ago, they were to be found throughout Europe and Asia. They grew in countries that are now cold, but were at one time warm. Places like Alaska, Iceland, and Greenland. Their history goes back millions of years to the time of the
After 1/2
dinosaurs.
mile, take the exit right, then turn right. Take the exit right, then turn right.
Let's just see. All right. That's it. Look at these signs. Start right.
After 500 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Here are the timbers that will rust in wet mines, or the railroad ties that won't catch fire when burning cinders fall. And here is a mill where the logs are brought from the forest and stored in a mill pond where they can be easily moved.
what video are you watching?
There's some on YouTube.
Fast as the mill
It
can
was like
go, they are
out of
loaded over
log
the
redwoods.
Yeah.
Figured you was probably doing that on purpose. Out of log redwoods.
Yeah.
Figured you was probably doing that on purpose.
The bark is removed and ground up for use as an insulating material.
I think we should get some gas.
That,
Then the big saws begin cutting off enormous boards.
Yeah, they got old footage of all this being done.
Each board is cut. The log moves back to
Propaganda.
Then turn right.
After this, the boards are cleared off and recut.
how much room we got?
Oh, well, let's see. You know what? We need to think about this because, oh, well, no we don't, because we got to fill it up anyway, don't we? So, I would say, let's just do 40.
All redwood trees have become lumber. From trees miles away in the forest, we have timbers and boards being sorted and piled. Just as high as a small football of the turkey trailer. And when the wood becomes seasoned, it will be shipped all over the world. Taken from mills like this and transported to wherever redwood is needed. But when we look at stacks of redwood lumber, we may well be reminded of its ancient history. Where this is lumber from a species of tree that has survived for millions of years. Trees that can withstand the insects and diseases that kill off other species. Trees that can withstand fire. Trees that tower over 350 feet. Trees that live to be 2,000 and 4,000 years old. The tallest, biggest, oldest trees in the world. And so the lumber from such trees gives us a wood that has the same enduring qualities. Also the wood that has the beauty which we enjoy in our homes for its richness and warmth of color.
Majestic Mount Rainier looms over Seattle,
Yep.
the icon of the pristine Pacific Northwest. Thousands of people live in the valleys just below Rainier. Its Indian name, Tahoma, alludes to a giant slumbering in a cave. But one morning, that giant might suddenly awake, and local residents will learn that they have been living under a time bomb.
It's flat out gonna happen someday. The history of the mountain is clear on that.
When Rainier erupts, it will cut a swath of death and destruction through the region. And when that day comes, the sky will rain fire and rock.
When Rainier erupts, if it's an explosive type of eruption, there will be a jet of gas, ash, and hot rock that will be hurled skywards for several hundred meters. And that mixture would be turbulent. It would rip up the snow and ice, mix with it, and cause extensive melting.
But ash isn't what presents the greatest danger, nor is it the eruption. 150,000 residents in the towns dotting the valley below are in grave danger from one of the least recognized of all the volcanic hazards. Creeping deadly mudflow.
Something like 35 square miles of snow and ice available for melting almost instantaneously should an explosive pyroclastic eruption occur.
14,000 feet above the valley, this pyroclastic flow, searing streams of ash and pumice, reaches 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, melting a swath of snowpack. This is all it takes to start a disaster of biblical proportions. Boiling water funnels down chutes and churns through mud and debris. The hot flood shears off slabs of ice, picks up boulders, devours wet soil from the valley sides. Rolling in size, speed, and power as it heads toward the half-dozen towns below the mountain. In the valleys, warning sirens wail, and residents jam the two-lane highway leading to safety. The slide has the consistency of whipped concrete that can travel at nearly 40 miles per hour. Residents have to flee on foot. Those who can run.
You run sideways and get up the slopes of the hill so that you're away from the river valley itself, and as fast as possible.
But the river of mud is still moving faster than any man can run. The raging torrent sweeps cars off the roads, engulfs entire communities over 40 square miles. The unstoppable slush fills the towns of Puyallup, Umpqua, and Kent, entombing tens of thousands of people. The torrent of mud thins out as it races through Tacoma, stopping only when it reaches the port of Seattle, 60 miles from Rainier. Damage to homes and commercial property exceeds $10 billion. If this is true, A Mount Rainier eruption would rank as the worst natural disaster in U.S. history. The people who survive will be those who were quick enough to scramble onto high ground.
Look at all the
Huh, so I must have just had 3 things on there.
trees. I know.
2, 3.
Majestic Mount Rainier looms over Seattle, the icon of the pristine Pacific Northwest. Thousands of people live in the valleys just below Rainier. Its Indian name Tahoma alludes to a giant slumbering in a cave.
Chuck Norris.
But one morning, that giant might suddenly awake, and local residents will learn that they have been living under a time bomb.
It's flat out going to happen someday. The history of the mountain is clear on that.
When Rainier erupts, it will cut a swath of death and destruction through the region. And when that day comes,
36.5 miles still?
Yep.
What number are
That's impossible.
it's supposed to be?
Well, just about stayed there. That was one of the places I looked at.
Ash and hot rock that would be hurled skywards
Well, it just seems
several
like
hundred meters. And that mixture would be turbulent,
long ways
ripped
up.
off the snow and ice,
Just a visitor center.
mixed with it.
Oh, Johnstown Ridge 52. Yeah.
but ash isn't what presents
see.
the greatest danger.
What's Johnstone Ridge? Oh, it's the...
His name was David Johnstone. It's named after the geologist who died. That documentary I was listening to.
There.
The least recognized of all the volcanic hazards. Frightening, deadly, and
Something like 35 square miles of snow and ice available for melting almost instantaneously, should an explosive pyroclastic eruption occur.
14,000 feet above the valley, this pyroclastic flows searing streams of ash and pumice, which is 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, melting a swath of snowpack. This is all it takes to start a disaster of biblical proportions. Boiling water funnels down chutes and churns.
So you think you saw the mountain? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, I could like that.
Devours wet soil from the valley sides. Rolling sides, speed and power as it heads toward the half-dozen towns below the mountain. In the valleys, warning sirens wail, and residents jam the 2-lane highway leading to safety. The slide has the consistency of wet concrete that can travel at nearly 40 miles per hour. Residents have to flee on foot. Those who can run.
Sideways.
2-lane road.
Slopes and hills so that you're away from the valley itself. And you think it's
Weird.
But the river
I guess drivers acting a little strange.
that any man can run. The raging torrent sweeps cars off the roads. Envelops entire communities of 500 square miles. The unstoppable sludge fills the towns of Puyallup, Enumclaw, and Kent, entombing tens of thousands of people.
How's that at? Mount Rainier.
The mud thins out as
Where the
it
hell that
races
happened?
through to
It hasn't yet.
stopping only when
That's what they're
reaches
saying. This is what it's going to happen. When it happens, this is what it'll be like.
Damage to homes and commercial property exceeds $10 billion. If this is true, a Mount Rainier eruption would rank as the worst natural disaster in U.S. history. The people who survive will be those who are quick enough to scramble onto high ground.
Snowfields of the Canadian Rockies and enters the United States near the northeast corner of Washington. The Upper Columbia flows through deep gorges and over swift rapids. Here, the river is put to work by the giant Grand Coulee dip. From Grand Coulee, the Columbia flows through Washington in a great curve called the Big Bend until it reaches its largest tributary, the Snake River. Then it turns west, runs into the Pacific. In this part of the Columbia is Bonneville Dam and Toutle, the great river seaport of the West Coast. When the Columbia empties into the Pacific, it has gone more than 1,200 miles from its source in the Canadian Rockies. Let's go back and travel down the Columbia, starting our journey at the Grand Coulee Dam in the Upper River. This dam has created a lake that reaches 150 miles upstream. Columbia water is stored for use in irrigation, to help prevent floods, and to regulate the flow of the lower river. In order to hold back the tremendous force of the river, the dam had to be built into the largest masonry structure in the world. Over the spillway of more than 1 million cubic feet of water can flow every second. This is more than 5 times the amount of water passing over Niagara Falls. This rushing water is put to use in turning dynamos in the power plant at the foot of the dam. Electricity that is sent to towns and cities down the river from Grand Coulee along the Big Bend. Farmers use the water of the river
look like what I'd expect.
Small pumping stations along the river force water up the bank to upland fields and orchards. Vast amounts of wheat are grown in the unirrigated lands farther away from the river because wheat needs less water than many other crops. The wheat farmer, however, uses the river to carry his wheat to market. The grain is loaded on barges and travels down the river to Portland to be milled into flour. The strong current of the Columbia helps provide the power which carries the barge downstream swiftly and economically. The great force of the current holds back this boat coming upstream. Nearly all of the barges coming up the river carry gasoline and other petroleum products. On this part of the Columbia, only flat-bottomed tugs and barges can travel. So many rocks stand behind the river credit. In some places, the river is so dangerous that even shallow draft boats cannot navigate. 10 miles of canals were built around the great rapids at Sutherlin Falls to take the river barges around the rough water. This tug and its barges are passing through the canals and locks. Indians find good salmon fishing in the rapids. They have a special treaty with the government which lets them fish here at Sutherlin Falls the whole year round. During the canning season, the Indians sell the fish to canneries, while at other times of the year they fish only for their own food. And they do catch many salmon. Below Sutherlin Falls, the wheat barge passes through the lock and enters the river again in calm water. Just a few miles below the Indian fishing ground is the river port of the Downs, where large quantities of wheat are loaded to be carried downriver to the mills. 50 miles below the Downs at Bonneville, another great dam has been erected to control the Columbia. Here, an island divides the river into two channels. The spillway section reaches across one channel, and the powerhouse and navigation locks are built across the other. Bonneville improves navigation on the river, but since the huge dam would stop all boats, a lock 500 feet long was built to let them pass. After a ship has entered the lock, the lower gates are closed, and the lock is filled with water. In about 20 minutes, the water level is raised 66 feet to the height of the river above the dam. Then the upper gates open, and the boat goes on up the river. These locks are large enough to let ocean vessels pass through to the river above. In addition to barges and ships, great numbers of salmon also travel the river. They go up the Columbia to lay their eggs in the cold mountain streams which form the headwaters of the river. The dam across the river would have stopped them and prevented the annual runs of salmon to their spawning grounds. So a sort of winding stairway, called a fish ladder, was built around the dam to let the salmon pass. From late spring to early autumn, hundreds of thousands of salmon swim up the river through these ladders. The young fish hatch in the upper river, and then swim downstream to the ocean, where they spend most of their life.
Should be snow covered.
Salmon going upstream to lay their eggs are counted as they pass through the ladder. This fish is returned for inspection, and then returned to the river, so that it may continue.
Ain't as big as it used to be.
No?
Bonneville Dam is also used to generate electricity. The nearby cities of Portland and Vancouver use most of Bonneville's electric power.
Toutle Valley.
Between Bonneville and Portland, there are many beautiful views of the river gorge.
So
This is one of
was
the
this valley engulfed?
Yeah. And it probably,
When it is just
came
over
in ash,
100
I'm not
miles
sure.
from the
It
ocean.
wasn't.
The Columbia meets another of its major tributaries, the Willamette River. A few miles up the Willamette
Explains
is the
creation
city of
geology.
Portland, a major seaport of the Pacific coast.
Has a sign up about
The
creation
size
geology.
of the river below Portland
Wow.
makes it possible
Yeah,
for ocean
making a
vessels
statement.
between the Pacific.
Scientific.
At this port,
Yep.
they are loaded with products of the
Pretty.
farms and forests for shipment to all parts of the world. Below the junction of the Columbia and Willamette, the river is wider and calmer and becomes an important water highway.
You don't think it's a straight ahead?
Log rafts are towed by tugs to the lumber mills along the bank. The logs are stored in ponds at the river's edge. From the ponds, they are hauled into the mills by conveyor lines to be sawed. The swift current of the upper Columbia carries much mud and silt, which falls to the bottom as the channel widens and the flow becomes gentle. Floating dredges are used to keep the river deep enough for ocean-going ships. The dredges pump mud from the river bottom along the ship channel and pipe it to the shallow water near the edge of the river. Near the mouth of the Columbia is the port of Astoria. This is the home of many fishing boats, which make their catches in the river and in the nearby ocean. Most of the fresh salmon used in the United States comes from this part of the Columbia. Large canneries along the river bank pack additional for shipment to distant markets. These salmon fisheries are one of the great industries of the Columbia. Here, near its mouth, the river is about 5 miles wide. To cross it, automobiles and passengers must travel by a ferry boat, since a bridge has not been built across the wide channel.
Toutle River.
Finally, a few miles west of Astoria, the Columbia empties into the Pacific Ocean, ending its long journey from the mountains of Canada. So we have traced the course of the mighty Columbia, seeing how it helps the people who live near it, and how the people have changed the river. When it begins, the Columbia is a swift stream with great potential power. Dams and great reservoirs control and conserve this energy for use in furnishing electric power, in irrigating the farmlands of the Northwest, and in controlling the floods of the
Trees were
river.
planted in 1985.
Great numbers of boats use the Columbia as a highway, shallow tugs and barges on the upper river, and large ocean vessels on the lower river. As a source of fish, and as an important path of transportation, the Columbia helps support towns and cities along its banks. The Columbia River serves the people of the entire Pacific Northwest, earning its place as one of the great rivers of North America.
Is the Columbia River nearby? That's what we passed over. That's what I was telling you. Someday hold it against me. Look at there. Now that looks ravaged. Yes. Wow. We got to be getting closer. That's kind of wild looking, man.
Moving after our last time.
How many years?
Was it 80?
1980.
32.
32.
Know what day?
May 18th, 8:32 a.m.
Jesus. AM, huh?
8:32 a.m.
So Harry Truman sleeping?
I don't know.
Probably not at 8:32.
Probably not. They portrayed him as out fishing on Spirit Lake.
Out fishing, eh?
Yeah. Temperature's dropping up. It's looking cold out there to me. Windy.
Don't look nearly as cold as it did yesterday.
No.
That's it.
No.
Middle of it gone.
Nah. I don't believe it.
See that drops off right there?
I see.
That's why that
Creek wild, man.
That's why that creek was blown out this way. It's coming from up there.
Trying to think of which side we're coming in on. We're coming in on the
We're coming in from the south side.
south side. It blew north. Whoa.
Tree.
Tree.
Deer.
That tree across the road.
Whatever it is, man.
Oh, yes, across here. Man, that's wild. That's it. That's totally wild. It looks like it was blown up, didn't it? 21 more miles.
What's the work?
And more. See that tree, distinct tree line where it stops there, but that don't seem right. Trees would have already been back. I would think up there. That looks more like logging to me.
You just don't even see them out at all.
Well, that's it, I think. It looks very different from this side. Yeah, I expected to see a lot of snow. But, hell, we're so close, how could we not be seeing? I'm not soon enough. We'll get blasted on the mountain. Blasted on the mountain. Come
on in, sit down, and have a beer. Because the way that thing is acting, to stay up there and get blown away, come on in and get blown away right here. Toutle River.
So you remember hearing them talk about that on, what did it say about it?
Huge mud, mud flow, flooding, just giant trees coming down,
Houses.
tore out bridges, anything in its path, North Fork of the Toutle River.
So it's probably got taken in.
I don't know. That's book quite as devastated, but again, that amount of time, trees would have grown back for sure in that amount of time. But here's a puppy.
This is a very populated area.
Yeah.
I would have expected a few less residential. I mean, it's not a lot, but
I ain't afraid of no volcano.
well, I just wonder if they've moved here since the quake or the volcano. Look how old have you been here for a while?
Lasted gas for 32 miles. No gas or vehicle repair needed.
You're on your own.
Homemade cobbler. That's logging. Logging. Clear cut logging. What are you talking about? Well, I'm surprised. I thought for sure we'd seen it by now. Bigfoot country begins here.
Nice.
St Helens and Bigfoot gives.
Really?
That's what it said. Wonder where?
No party. Rally.
Huh. Might be going out for a little night of tree knocking. Had some
Could be.
heightened activity over on the northeast side. We gotta go check it out Saturday night. I'll got your batteries charged, ready to go.
Yeah, it looked like a posse.
Hell, we got us a couple of Kentucky boys wanting to come along. Come on.
Sharpen a couple more sticks. That would be funny since I really had a dude say it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Sharpen some sticks. Sharpen some sticks. come around the bend up here and you're gonna see, you're gonna know what you're seeing. What you
Won't
see.
be no question.
Nah, you won't be saying, is that it? Is that it?
We're still 18 miles away.
Yeah.
How far away was she, Shaz?
70. I remember we were at least 70, maybe it was 80 when we first spotted it. What? She's up?
See it when you see it.
Oh, you're making that up. Nothing else. Set up attention. This looks interesting.
This is the North Fork of Toutle. This whole bridge is taken out.
This looks newer.
See, this wasn't even a river here until the earthquake or the volcano. That shit down there. Used to be a river right through there. It's rerouted. Down North Fork to South Fork. Oh, it's going in.
That's the fellas. Fellas see a volcano around here anywhere? Under the volcano. More like the next 20 miles. That's a good sign. There we go. Elevation 1,000.
Yeah, that's about like Bullock County.
1,000, yeah.